Hello, Steve here. Welcome to Real Health. Who'd have thought health is about what we're eating? Join me on my quest to disseminate my go-to health regimen, the Health 44, my clumsy branding of eliminating 4 classes of food, introducing 4 classes of micronutrients. Bingo, bongo, health sorted. So thank you for your interest. Let's do this. Hello again. Welcome to Real Health episode number 327, I presume. I did check just before. I'm doing a double header. Today you've clicked on this episode, Ozempic, further insights. I've done an episode on Ozempic. I don't know what exactly I talked about. I don't want to go back, but I'm going to do another because Ozempic is going to be this thing that just enters our psyche, our healthcare system, you name it, okay? It's just going to be one of those things where you could get to a point where 10-20% of the whole population of the world might go on this stuff. If you ever thought that other forms of medicine might be a money spinner, you wait till Ozempic starts gaining steam, and after, what is it? Is it 10 or 20 years when those patents run out, and then the Chinaman can make it? And that was a slur, I guess, but they make things cheaper, right? They do. That reminds me, I did my last Ozempic episode riding on my unicycle, electric unicycle, and here's how some economics works, right? Well, the Dutch developed this unicycle thing, right? Around 25 years ago, $80,000. The Americans took it over, $20,000, and then the Chinese came in, $5,000, $2,000, that sort of thing. Wow. So yes, if Chinese can make things cheaper, why not? Good on you, the Chinese. Okay, so Ozempic. I've never mind the side effect profile, the black box warning, or the box warnings they call it now. You can look at all that up yourself. This is not informational on Ozempic. It's about the whole idea of making it this large scale for the masses idea. We are getting obese, you see, and we need to control the obesity, you see, and then we die. We die even earlier, okay? And the reason why that is going to happen is because our ideas are all messed up. Our ideas are not even a passing grade, okay, in trying to understand obesity, healthcare, how, hey, when you're obese, you have all these health problems, therefore make everybody less obese, and then you get all the other side effect profile stuff, okay? Obesity is a coexistent, okay? It's a coexistent with the whole matrix of other chronic diseases out there. They will coexist. It's not, your diseases will not just pop up because you just got fat. They will coexist because the reason why you're getting fat, okay, you're getting obese, is because it's the food choices, it's your genes, it's you're not restricting enough and you're not moving enough. Shut up. Okay, it's all about the micronutrients. I'll just quickly do my whole Health 44 thing for high percentage of one-off listeners. I get it because I produce crappy produced stuff, but the words, what I've experienced, what I've learned, you're benefiting big time. So the whole Health 44 now, which I call it, the first 4 of that 44 is eliminating 95%, say, of the supermarket gluten, oils, sugars, nitrates out, with some nuances in there. There's episodes which state the nuances of all those 4 categories that we need to, 4 categories of food we need to eliminate. And we bring in the second 44. The next 4 of the 44 is supplementing the 4 essential micronutrient categories: 60 minerals, 16 vitamins, 12 amino acids, 2 essential fatty acids, and that rounds out the Health 44, which will treat any obesity out there. It'll take longer. Yeah, I think it'll take longer. People do respond differently because it's all about absorbing the micronutrients that make you fat, or the lack of that make you fat. And the main markers that tells the primaries of obesity is especially the blood sugar related, the diabetic type obesity and the like, is a chromium and vanadium deficiency issue. Okay, yeah, and if we understood that, and the whole other 88 other micronutrients, it's declared that we need them daily, and to get that daily, dependable daily supply of, here's more nuance. Apart from the whole Health 44 nuance I was talking about, there's a nuance of understanding digestion and absorption as well. Okay, so there's nuances there. So just a quick one on sometimes I need to add these as part of the chassis as well, just to tempt the punters out there. We shouldn't eat 30 minutes before a meal and 90 minutes after a meal to make sure our stomach acid is the most acidic as possible to digest our food. Once it's digested, we've got more access to the micronutrients. By eliminating especially the gluten, you're going to get that shag pile back in your in the small intestine, the villi that grab those micronutrients. That's what keeps us younger, longer, wards off chronic disease. Yeah, and then bingo bongo, we live longer. Okay, so this Ozempic thing, you see how, based on what my thoughts, which are spot on, to use Ozempic as a primary to get healthy is twisted. Can I say even evil? To make sure everybody's thin and then to have them on a clean slate to be healthy. I heard this comedian have this spiel about Ozempic, and you go from being fat to looking like a junkie, a meth junkie, like hollow eyes and all that sort of thing. What's happening there with those side effects is you're just continuing to not absorb the micronutrients that we require. And when it comes to the whole eyes and the baggy skin and the wrinkles, that's copper deficiency, selenium deficiency, all the 80 plus micronutrients, all the other remaining ones that we require. Okay, so you will continue to die at the same rate if you go on Ozempic, even though you're thin and have flabby skin. If you're particularly like 40 plus on the BMI and you get all that flabby skin, I was 50. I was probably around 50 BMI at one point, and I should have flabby skin flapping all over the place. But no, it's not. It's you get enough copper and all the other 89 declared essential micronutrients, and you just thin out much better than just restricting like proper with Ozempic. And but I can't afford to give up my junk foods, which I'm emotionally attached to. Well, you better, or Ozempic may only have even partial benefit for you. And the whole idea to go on Ozempic and then I can still have my fast food, my cakes and cookies and pizza and whatnot. The whole idea of that, this magic potion to get thin and you can still drink and pig out and then still live longer. No. You're probably going to you are going to increase your decline into the date of death when you do Ozempic, because you are not addressing the micronutrient deficiencies that you have at that time, especially when you're fat. You will continue to slide down into a death of early 60s, 70s, before your time type age groups, because you haven't addressed the micronutrient deficiencies. If you think it's all about just be thin, you'll be healthier, you'll live longer. No, 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 no. And the reason why, even before Ozempic, we'd lose weight, then we'd put it back and some more. And some more part is not evolutionary survival, this and that. No, that's just the normal progression you would have been on if you didn't lose that weight in the first place. You fell off the wagon, you started to eat per normal as before, and you just popped a bit more weight and gaining the weight back. That's just the normal progression you would have been at. You're just continuing the weight gain. And by that restriction, by going on Ozempic, then you get even less micronutrients coming in. Even less micronutrients from your takeout food suggests you will die even quicker. What a thought. Oh, but the studies are Shut up. The studies. Shut up. The studies. Our life expectancy is still, it's under 80, but let's say it's 80 because we like to say it's 80. It's this magic number we like to hit. It's not 80, okay? If it wasn't for infant mortality rates improving, we'd be in the 60s already. But yeah, that's another thing. A few have heard my musings on that. So, as a summary as I go, by taking Ozempic and losing weight, you're going to die quicker because you're eating less, even less micronutrients. Oh, then I'll supplement. Are you still going to have pizza? Are you still going to have cake? You're still getting gluten on board. Less calories is less micronutrients. You die quicker. You die quicker, okay? Am I a bit emotional? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am, because we're barking up the wrong tree. Being slender is not, that's it. I'll fix myself, I'll live longer and be healthy and not get those diseases I'm starting to get when I'm getting fat. The whole metabolic syndrome complex. No. You'll improve. Losing weight without addressing the micronutrients is a pretty much like taking paracetamol. It's like a masking of symptoms until they start coming back. They start coming still, because there's less stress on your system not being such so obese. But the progression of your diseases are still going to come if you're not addressing the micronutrients. It's still going to come. It's still going to come. You won't increase your life expectancy from, oh, statistically I'm going to die at the age of 63. That's what I was looking at back at the age of 47 when I started my whole Health 44. I'll live longer. I'll live to 80. You'll barely get 70. You barely hit 70. You still might get to 65. You haven't addressed the micronutrients issue. Eating less is less micronutrients. And by continuing to eat gluten, especially, even less absorption. So less absorption, even less calories is still earlier death. Still earlier death. So I've emotionally exhausted myself and I've made my main points. This might be a wrap. Any other thoughts while I wrap? Nah. Well, let's make some comments, shall I? A few of the celebrities around the traps that are a little bit weight challenged. Rebel Wilson recently talked about Ozempic. She's taken it. She hasn't indicated that she's always on it, but she's struggling. I've made videos about, was it a video? Yeah, a quick video on, you're going to come back, dear. You're going to get fat again because you don't subscribe to or understand micronutrients. And yeah, she's going on Ozempic, isn't she? All our things will be solved via Ozempic. While we look like a crackhead, we've lost weight, but many content creators with challenging Ozempic are highlighting, are finding the whole lean mass reduction, because with weight loss comes lean mass loss as well. And there's this, I can't think of the name, but there was an Ozempic advocate that's really full on with Ozempic. He was on the Diary of a CEO podcast, and when he mentioned the whole puny muscle thing and, oh, you're looking good, you're looking slimmer, this and that, I just did a Google search. Oh, who's this guy? And just the visuals of him, like, I could see that he's got spaghetti arms, and poor bugger. If only he could understand the whole micronutrients essentials. He's a great advocate. He's a great salesman to put us all on Ozempic. Ozempic equals long-term health. I'm afraid, let's compare notes. In 10 years, if you last that long. In 30 years, if you go better. Yeah. So, any other examples? No. I guess we can all do our own searches on examples on how people will go. It's only the beginning. Regarding cost, there's this, oh, I can't go on Ozempic, it costs too much. How about all the bloody junk food you're buying throughout the week? Something like $400 or $500. I think indeed in Australia it's been banned. It's only for the diabetic people. You go around the corner, you just, they got diabetes, they got pre-diabetes. Put them on Ozempic. They're just fat. They just want to lose weight. They want to continue to eat their McDonald's and their pizza and their cake. And sorry, McDonald's, it's a good business model, but it is still junk food, right? Okay. So it's not going to be pretty. It's just going to be another one of those, not quite like the outcomes of, why did formaldehyde, not formaldehyde, that FDA action that they took in the 60s, the morning sickness treatment. Was it formaldehyde? No, it wasn't called formaldehyde. It was, anyway, the trade name and all that. So it won't be as bad as that, but it's not going to be pretty. After a few years, governments around the world will start to subsidize that, $300, $400, $500 a month Ozempic treatment. It will become $5 for low-income earners and all that, and we'll just get buried at the same time, maybe even quicker, because once again, if you didn't catch that before, less calories is less micronutrients. By not supplementing what you're losing, especially if you work out as well, that's a message for the gym rats and the athletes out there. You better be supplementing. Anyway, so yeah, it's not pretty. So I was wrapping up before, wrapping up proper. Come back again next time. Bye-bye.